My granny doesn't trip, because she always trips.
After school, Mr. Krupp ushered George and Harold into the detention room. Oh, shit.
I just fell down and I died.
Okay, we gotta start all over. In the detention room and wrote a long sentence on the chalkboard. From now on, growled Mr. Krupp, you boys will spend 2 hours a day after school copying these sentences over and over and over. I want every chalkboard in this room filled completely. On his way out the door, Mr. Krupp turned and said with an evil grin, and if either of you leave this room for any reason, I'm going to suspend you both. What's this say? I will never do anything which anger my handsome and charming principal, Mr. Krupp, ever again. First of all, he is not handsome. First of all, and then second, he is not charming.
Dang.
Third, he's fat.
Ow!
With no neck.
Ow!
And no hair.
Ow! Because he's actually bald and his hair can come off.
Yeah, all that. Here we go. Now, as you might have guessed, writing sentences was nothing new to George and Harold. The two boys waited until Mr. Krupp left the room, when they each took 4 homemade wooden rods out of their backpacks. The rods had holes in them, and George and Harold had drilled in George's dad's wood shop. George screwed the rods together while Harold inserted a piece of chalk into each hole. When each took a pole and began copying Mr. Krupp's sentences every time they wrote one sentence. The wooden poles made 12. After about 3.5 minutes, every chalkboard in the room was completely filled. Nice. George and Harold sat down and admired their work. We got a lot of time on our hands. Now, said George, got any ideas? Let's make some new comic books, said Harold. So the two boys took out a paper and pen and created all new invention about their favorite superhero. It was called Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets. Dun dun dun.
Chapter 9, Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets.
Ha 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 ha. Nom 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 nom.
Yum yum, eat 'em up.
Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets. Story by George Beard and pictures by Harold Hutchins. One day at school, everything was pretty normal. The lunch lady was serving toasted rat sandwiches. Toasted rat sandwiches?
Ugh.
The principal was yelling blah, 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 blah. And the gym teacher was being mean to everybody. My grandma said, run faster than you guys. Blah, 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 blah. Then a UFO appeared. It zapped the school with the evil ray. The ray made all the toilets